and welcome to Blame It on the Inverts. I'm Sean. And today, I'm at Adventureland here in Altoona, Iowa. You know, Adventureland celebrated its 50th anniversary last year and is also home to one of the most highest regarded Gerstlauer roller coasters in the United States. I'm very excited to be here. Let's head in. Waiting to greet you as you enter Adventureland is the park's carousel. And just behind that, we have Main Street, a very cute walkway with food shops and a children's ride that leads you to the rest of the park. Adventureland has a total of 7 roller coasters, and I started my day at Flying Viking, the park's most recent coaster, opening in 2023. Flying Viking is a fun junior coaster by Zamperla, and even has a couple of interactions with the water ride below it. Next up, I headed to Phoenix, a spinning coaster by Mora Rides. Then it was time for the first of the park's 2 big wooden coasters, Outlaw. Made by Custom Coasters International, Outlaw still uses buzz bar restraints, which lock at the top of the car instead of resting on your lap. The coasters with these restraints ride as wild as you would expect them to, and I loved all 5 of my rides on Outlaw. The next 2 coasters I checked off at the park were Dragon Slayer, a 4D free spin coaster by S&S, and the Underground, a coaster I was very curious to ride. Well, I just finished riding the Underground, and, before I rode it, I wasn't really sure what to expect. They label it as the world's only fully enclosed wooden roller coaster. I would describe it kind of like a mixture between a roller coaster and a dark ride, and there's a few rides like that out there. I guess another example that I've been on would be like Blazing Fury at Dollywood, but it was really, really fun, really unique. I loved it. And they did a little over a year refurbishment on the Underground recently, and it just makes me so happy when parks invest the money to prolong attractions to keep them thrilling and entertaining riders for years to come. With 2 coaster credits left to gather, I headed for the second big wooden coaster, Tornado. Tornado is a fantastic ace landmark coaster whose name was chosen for a very specific reason. The park was hit by a tornado while being built in 1974. The coaster Tornado opened 4 years later and still rides great. Finally, it was time to try out the Gerstlauer I had heard so much about, Monster. I just got my first ride on Monster, and wow. I had a couple of friends tell me that this was their favorite Gerstlauer in the US, and I think I have to agree with them. Like, what a fantastic layout for a Gerstlauer. Like, the pacing is honestly one of the things that I had heard the most about, and I couldn't agree more. The whole ride feels great. A couple of the versions have some wicked hang time. What a great coaster. I loved it. With all of the coaster credits collected, I had plenty of time to enjoy some of the other attractions in the park as well. Right in the middle of the park is Petunia, a large fiberglass pig that is credited for inspiring the idea that eventually became Adventureland. The story of Petunia is on one side of the pig, and I really enjoyed learning this piece of the park's history. And that does it for my first visit to Adventureland. What an amazing day. It's a Tuesday, so I definitely expected minimal crowds, and that was absolutely the case. It's not often that I feel like I get a full appreciation for a park on my first visit, but I absolutely feel like I got that today here at Adventureland. Thank you so much for an amazing day, Adventureland, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll also watch my next park. I'm headed to Lost Island tomorrow, just a couple hours away. I'll see you again soon.